Anna just said that she won't be able to join. And I'm going to use my voice without the mic because I have to keep my phone charged. So yeah.
The picture's very good today.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
because my mobile internet. We have problems with the internet in the house. Okay, so let's start sitting down in any comfortable position. Maybe just take a few moments to adjust the body, connect to the body, feel it. James, can you mute yourself, please? And Setsi too, yeah. So start by lengthening the spine, maybe rolling the shoulders a few times. If you need to do a couple of rounds in the neck, just feel the body. Take a few moments to bring your awareness to the physical body. And maybe if it feels good, close the eyes. Or just keep them slightly open, gazing in front of you. And try and let go of anything that might be troubling your mind. I know it's not easy, but if there's any thoughts coming through, just watch them, observe them, and try and let them go. Don't keep your attention far too long on any one of them. And start focusing on your breathing, following your inhalations and exhalations. This is one of the easiest ways to come back to the present moment, which is the only moment really that exists. So, following your inhale and your exhale. Another way to keep your focus in the moment is to just sense and feel into the different parts of the body. So let's scan, starting from the head. And try at the same time to soften each part that I name. So soften the top of your head. Relax the forehead, the eyebrows. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Very often there are lines in there, so try and really relax, open, soften. Relax the eyes. Cheeks, the cheekbones, the jaws, very important. Unclench the teeth, relax the lips, the tongue. And then slowly moving on down, relaxing the neck, allowing the shoulders to drop down, soften down. Open the heart, soften the chest. Belly, easy, flowing in and out with your breath. take 5 breaths into your belly, observing the expansion and the contraction. And then moving down slowly to finish the softening of the entire body, your hips, your thighs. Let's not forget the arms. Relax your hands. In this state of total relaxation and softness, continue to follow the breath. And slowly start to lengthen your inhalation and lengthen your exhalation. If you feel you need to change your pose into something more comfortable, feel free to do that. And then inhale, expand, open up. Exhale, let go, soften even more, relax. Inhaling, drawing energy from your pelvic floor up towards the crown of your head. And exhale. Every time you inhale, lift your pelvic floor up. And imagine it acts like a pump, pushing the air and the energy up from your base chakra to the crown chakra. And then slowly exhale. You can release the pelvic floor, but at the bottom of your exhale, engage the belly. Inhaling, feel that energy rising. Exhale. Contract the lower abdominal, belly into the spine. So let's do 5 more rounds. Today I promised we're going to be working on the core, and this whole month we'll be doing this. And I'm very glad that Setsi agreed to join me on one of the Sundays for a workshop during Pilates and yoga. So inhaling the pelvic floor, raising up. This is one of the basic parts of the core. But very often when we talk about the core, everybody thinks of abdominals, but it's not just that. The core is like a little cylinder that's got front and a back and a bottom and a top. So the bottom is the pelvic floor. Very important to train this muscle. Lifting it, squeezing it gently up. And when you exhale, the top muscle is the diaphragm. So the diaphragm goes down, squeezing all the air out. So what we're doing is we're inhaling, lifting the bottom. And exhaling, squeezing the top down. Diaphragm pushing down towards your internal organs. 2 more rounds. Very good. So next time, let's inhale. Fill up your belly and lungs and the chest and hold the inhalation. Bring the chin to the chest and lift your pelvic floor up. So you're closing your base lock, the root lock, and the top throat lock. And you're squeezing, so imagine you're a container of energy. So you're squeezing the bottom up, and with the neck, you are containing that energy within your torso. So hold as long as you can. And when you feel you can no longer hold it, release the bottom lock, the chin, and exhale. Let's repeat 2 more times. So taking just an inhalation, expanding into the belly, the chest, the shoulders, all the way to the clavicle bones. And then close the chin to the chest, lift your pelvic floor and hold. 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 Without breath, without releasing the pelvic floor. Feel, it's almost like this energy, we're brewing it inside you, energizing your internal organs. And then release and exhale. Final breath. And then lock the chin, lift the pelvic floor, locking your root, lock. No breath, no movement. And then slowly releasing, coming back to the center. Good, great. Take a few moments to feel the effects of the practice, and slowly, when you feel ready, come back to the room. And let's just do a few stretches. Inhaling, bringing the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Drop the shoulders down. Here, very important, pull the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor up. Good. Keep pressing those palms up. Core engaged. The breath is slow, smooth. And taking a final inhalation, give it all you've got, stretch a little more, feel the length of the spine. And then when you exhale, you're going to release, left arm forwards, right arm backwards, come to a gentle twist. So if you're sitting cross-legged, you can reach behind, press the floor, lengthen the spine, and with the other hand, gently press the knee, twist, and look behind. Two more. And on your next inhalation, you're going to bring the arms up, go through the center, stretch up, maybe look up, and exhale the other way. But it doesn't matter if you don't reach, you can snake your back arm around your waist and grab onto whatever you can grab on. Keep your spine long, belly engaged. Every time you twist, belly pulling back, engaging your abdominals. That's the front part of your core. Good. And on your next inhalation, let's come back again to the center. And then exhale, release the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers or use your strap. If you can, palms together, shoulders squeezing towards one another, and then slowly leaning forwards. The idea is to touch the floor with your forehead and then bring the arms towards the floor. So up towards the sky and then towards the front. Make sure that there is space in your shoulders, so you're not locking the shoulders. Gently soften them, soften the elbows. And when you feel that space appearing, then maybe you can stretch a little further. Good, one more breath. And then slowly inhale, using your core, come up. Release the arms, maybe shake your hands. And let's come to all fours. Good. Here we'll continue with the few gentle moves in the spine. So you can do the cat-cow, or if you prefer this variation where you come through something like a cobra with your shins lifted and then back to child's pose, you can also do that. I personally prefer this one. I can feel my spine moving better. My back bend is better. And move with your breath. So when you exhale, you're closing the body. When you inhale, you're opening the body. This is a guiding principle in yoga. Okay, two more. Opening the throat. And next time you are down, stay down on the floor in your back bend. Bring your feet towards your head, the head towards your feet. And then slowly, very slowly lengthen your belly. By pulling your mat towards you, release the entire body down on the ground and release your legs. Open your legs so they're as wide as your mat and turn your little toes down towards the floor. Now, hands are by your chest. Spread the fingers, squeeze the elbows towards one another, roll the shoulders back, engage the back muscles, the core, and slowly lift. So try to use as little as possible. Actually, let's lift your hands. So using the hands as little as possible or lifting them up. Continue to press through the tops of the feet. The spine is long, the tailbone is long, core is engaged. And let's lift the pelvic floor up. Good, one more breath. And then slowly exhale, release. Release the arms by the side of the body. One cheek on the floor. Wiggle your hips. So what we've been working until now is the muscles along the spine, which is the back side or the back lid of your core. Very important muscles. Stabilizing the spine. Great muscles to help improve your posture. So working them is very important. Let's do a couple more. So another option is to lift everything off the floor and maybe interlace the hands behind your back. So this is the locust pose. Shoulders together, lifting the legs. If this is too easy with the legs open, maybe try and bring them closer towards one another. Two more breaths, lifting up, lengthening. Tailbone is long, pubic bone down. One more. And exhale, release everything down. Now turn the other cheek down on the floor. Release the arms, the shoulders. Wiggle your hips. Great. Good, we'll do one more of those. So I'll offer two options. The first option I'll show you is the bow. And I know some of you find it quite difficult to reach for their ankles. Either use the strap to do that, or I offer you to do everything up, but arms forwards, legs back. So whichever option you choose, let's do 5 breaths in it. If you need your strap, you need to have it just underneath your knees, or rather behind your knees when you are lying down. And then grab both ends of the strap and slide the strap towards your ankles. If you're using a strap, very important, flex your feet, otherwise you may lose the strap. Final couple of breaths wherever you are. Lift a little higher, use those back muscles. Breathe and relax. Other cheek on the floor. Wiggle the hips. Really make a point of relaxing your shoulders towards the ground, so you're not holding onto any tension in the neck, in the shoulders. Good. Final couple of breaths before we start moving. And then slowly, let's place the hands by the chest, spreading the fingers, squeezing the elbows towards one another. Also, roll the shoulders back and away from your ears. Look down. Tuck your toes, feet hip distance, and lift the knees. Make your legs really, really strong. Push the pubic bone into the floor. Lift the pelvic floor up, engage the core, and on your inhale, press yourself up through chaturanga into a plank. Adjust your hands so they are underneath your shoulders. Maybe just rock a few times forth and back in your plank. And find a position where your shoulders are just slightly in front of your wrists. Heel strongly towards the back of the room. Tailbone down, belly engaged, look forwards. Very good. Now, transfer the weight towards your left hand. Lift your right hand and elbow up into a fist. Exhale down. Transfer the weight into the right. Elbow up, left hand in a fist. Exhale. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bringing the knees down. Let's sit back in child's pose, relax. Just a few breaths here, reconnect to your breathing. Notice what's happening in your mind. What is it telling you? And simply connect with the breathing again. Next inhale, spread the fingers, look between your hands. Make sure they are in line with your shoulders, tuck the toes. Inhale, hips up, down dog. And then start walking the dog. Making any moves that feel natural. Maybe twisting from side to side. Or maybe again doing the wave, coming to the front for back bend and towards the back. Down dog. Just let's take 3 more breaths. Free down dog style. Very good. And once you've completed your final breath, let's come into a still down dog. Spread your fingers, press the hands into the floor, bring the chest closer to the thighs. Continue breathing, I'll just have a look. Very good. Turn the tailbone up, pull the belly in. Great. On your next inhale, look between your hands. Come on your toes as high up, so hips even higher. Transfer the weight a little forwards, but your shoulders should still be behind your wrists. Now, pelvic floor up, belly in. On your inhale, jump up and forwards. So you end up between your hands or somewhere there. Good. Let's inhale, come halfway. Maybe your hands cannot reach the floor, that's fine. Hands on your shins or your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Tailbone up. Contract the belly. And breathe. One more breath. And exhale, release into a full forward fold, grabbing the opposite elbows. And then here you can gently pulse up and down, left and right, just a few times. And then let me just see how much time we've got. Okay, we're right on track. Good. From here, release the arms. And then slowly bending the knees, rounding the back. Let's come all the way up. Rolling the shoulders. Bringing them back and down, maybe sending the chest forwards. Maybe coming into a gentle back bend. But remember to keep your tail tucked under. And inhale to mountain pose. Okay, so let's do a bit of slowing. So for mountain pose, make sure you're rooted, your feet firmly into the ground, spread your toes, lift the arches, legs really, really strong. Imagine that energy feeding you from the ground, through the feet, legs, up the spine, heart open. Next inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Maybe touch the palms if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Brow forward, release the entire torso down, the head and the neck. Inhale, halfway, long spine, long neck, so keep the chin in, good. Exhale, either step, walk or jump, but I'm going to talk you through the jump. So if you want to jump, bend your knees so that the entire palms are on the floor. Now, turn your palms slightly out. So slightly outwards like this, so that your shoulders can open and your elbows are closing, yeah? From here, inhale and lift on your toes and lean a little forward. And when you exhale, you're going to pull the belly in, lift the pelvic floor up and jump into plank or maybe chaturanga. Yay! Inhale, roll the shoulders back, coming into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. Make sure your hand position, your feet position is correct. Pull that belly in. On your next inhale, bring your right leg up. Stretch it, flex the foot. And then exhale, bring the knee towards the chest, as close to the chest as you can, and then come towards your plank position. Good. From here, transfer the weight on your left hand and do the same thing with your fist, lift it up. And exhale. Good. Inhale, lift up, stretch up. And exhale, step the foot through. Sink your hips down. Your knee should be over your ankle. Good. Now, from here, staying really long, back leg is straight. Engage the core. Imagine you've got a corset around your core so that you can become really light and lift the arms forwards. Core engaged, spine long, pelvic floor up. Keep breathing. One more breath. Excellent. And exhale. Good. Now back foot comes down on the floor. So the toes are pointing slightly forwards and your front heel and the back arch are in line. Straighten the front leg without locking the knee. So keep the knee a little bent. Use your core to lift the body and come into a triangle. Good. So here, challenge for those of you who want to work on this core. The right arm, or whichever arm is on the shin, stretch it forward as if you're trying to reach something. And maybe also the top arm. Just 2 more breaths. Keep the top shoulder opening. And then exhale, support your elbow on the front knee and sink that hip so it's not sticking up in the air. There is one line between your fingers when you stretch the arm and your heel. Let me have a look. James, open the top shoulder towards the sky a bit more and sink more into your front leg. Yeah, that's it. Tetsi, brilliant. If you make your back leg a bit stronger, push into the outer edge of the foot. Excellent. Okay. And then let's exhale, turn towards the front foot. Good. Now from here, we're going to press the floor, straighten the arms and round the back so that you can slide your leg with control towards a plank. Inhale here and do your vinyasa, whichever way. Go to the back bend, inhale, fill up the chest, open the throat, and exhale. Down low. Just a couple of breaths. Arrange the body. And on your next inhale, stretch your left leg up, flex the foot, heel to the sky, chest to the thigh. On your next exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest first. Then start transferring the weight forwards, keeping that knee as close to the chest as you can. When your shoulders are over your wrists, lean towards the right, lift the left hand, squeeze, and release. Inhale, stretch the leg one more time. And exhale, step it through. Sink your hips. Stretch the back leg. If you need to move a few times up and down, you can do that. Now here, important thing is that your knees over your ankle. Good, engage your core, pelvic floor lifted. Become light and stretch the arms forward without changing your legs. Leaning, reaching, lengthening, breathing. One more breath. And slowly with control, exhale, frame the front foot. Turn the back heel down on the floor. Check that line between the front heel and the back arch. Front leg straightens, but not locking. And support the left arm, opening the right to the sky. Now here, keep both sides of your waist long. And if you want, bottom arm goes towards the front. Belly is pulling in. Very good. One more breath. And then relax your elbow on the front knee, bending it so it's over your ankle. Stretch the top arm over your ear. Look down towards your foot and see if you can see the edge of your back foot. Here. Push it through it. Maybe sink that a little lower. Yeah. James, your bum is sticking out a little. Tuck it under. Yes, that's it. Stretch that arm, open the top shoulder. Beautiful. One more breath. And then exhale. Frame your front foot. Good. Pushing the floor, engaging the core. Slide your left leg back slowly with control. Inhale, move a little forwards. Exhale, vinyasa, or you can skip it. Back bend. And exhale. Very good. Take another breath. On your next inhale, look between your hands, come on your tippy toes, and shift your weight just a bit forwards, but your shoulders are still behind your wrists. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your pelvic floor, engage the core, and jump forwards and up to come halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. And inhale, come up. Slowly, arms up, maybe touch the palms. And exhale. Keeping your spine long, your face relaxed. Take a few breaths. Good. And now from here, we'll just do a few twists to lengthen the front of the body, the belly, and a few back bends. So let's move into another flow. So we start with chair first. Sitting, but sitting in a way that you can still see your toes. Sweeping the arms back, down, so you can touch the floor. And this sets the position of your squat, yeah? And then up. Good. Turn the palms up towards the sky so you can open the space between your shoulder blades. Pelvic floor is lifted, belly is in. On your next exhale, palms together. Let's start with the left elbow behind your right knee. Turning to the right. Press the top palm down. Open the top shoulder. And here, shift your right hip forwards, left hip back. And remember to keep that spine long. Okay. Lift the body away from your thighs. Very good. One more breath. And exhale, look down towards your toes. Find a point of focus. Squeeze the knee towards your elbow and lift the left foot off the floor, maybe squeezing both knees still. And then if you can, challenge yourself and lift that leg in the air, the left leg. Good. Keep your balance, core engaged. And exhale, step back. Good. We continue with the prayer twist here, slightly deeper. If you want, open the arms or try opening the arms. So open the left arm outside of your right shin and the right arm up to the sky. Do 2 more breaths. Try not to lean the body on your front thigh. Engage the core, lengthen the spine. 1 more breath. And then slowly exhale, frame the front foot. Good. From here, we're going to straighten the front leg and lift the back heel as high up off the floor, coming into that pyramid pose, keeping your spine long, shoulders back. Good. So here, again, right hip back, left hip forwards. Very good. Excellent. One more breath. And exhale. Let's step your left leg a bit forwards and a bit to the left so you're on rail tracks. Very important for your balance. Now your left hand stays on a block inside or outside of your right foot. And then you're lengthening the spine. And when you exhale, you're twisting towards the right, opening the top shoulder, pulling the belly in. And maybe stretching the arm. If it's comfortable for the neck, look towards the top arm. So Jim, bring that block a little closer to your foot. Yeah, good. Now open your right shoulder towards the sky. Ah, that's it. Very good. Taking another breath. Lengthen that spine and pull that belly in. Very nice. And exhale. Bring in a front foot. From here, we're stepping forwards to rest in a forward fold. So your feet hip distance, your arms can do whatever you'd like them to do. If you feel you need to stretch in your shoulders and chest, bring them behind the back. If you just want to relax the arms down to the floor, you can do that too, or grab the opposite elbows, anything. So this is your rest, so take a few more breaths here. If it's too much for the backs of the legs, bend the knees, relax the head, shake it, yes, no. And maybe exhale through the mouth. One more breath, and we repeat on the other side. Slowly releasing the arms and coming. Well, let's come to a chair from here. Feet together, ankles, knees together. Squat down. Make sure you can see your toes. Sweep the arms back. Touch the floor. This sets how low you should stay. Stretch the arms. Tuck the tailbone. Pull the belly in. Open the space between your shoulder blades by turning the palms up. And then slowly prayer. Inhale, twist. This time, right elbow behind the left knee. Press the left. Now see when I press, what happens? When I press, my top shoulder stacks over the bottom shoulder. Lengthen the spine. So here, I'll show you. You see, here, my top shoulder is somewhere pointing to the side. When I press the top arm, my top shoulder aligns with the bottom. Very good. And then exhale, look down. Squeeze the elbow into the knee and lift the right foot. Squeeze the shin up and then slowly try and extend the leg. If you can, keep your focus. Pelvic floor and belly engaged. And then slowly with control, step. Excellent. Here, continue with your twist in prayer, or if you can, open the arms. Brilliant. Sink into your left hip. Straighten your back leg. James, you keep your twist so that your elbow is behind your knee. Oops. Okay, take another breath. And then slowly exhale, come to frame your front foot. Use the blocks if you need them. And exhale, straighten the front leg. Again, try not lock the knee, keep it micro bent. Roll your left hip back, right hip forwards. Shoulders back, neck long. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, engage the core. Very good. Final breath. And then step your back leg forwards and to the right. Slightly opening the back toes outwards. From here, inhale, come halfway. Grab the block if you need it in your right hand and place the hand either inside or outside of your left foot. From here, maybe with your thumb, you can go inside the crease of your hip and push your left hip back, yeah? And you should feel how your spine lengthens. Top shoulder opening, pull that belly in, and if you can, stretch the top arm, look towards it. If that's not good for the neck, look down. Take 4 more breaths here. Very good. Final, long, smooth, deep breath. And slowly exhale. Now, from here, we're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold. So maybe turn to face me so it's easier. Your feet should be parallel or your heels slightly out and your toes slightly in. Let's come to halfway first. Turn the tailbone up, engage that core. And from here, left arm comes down on the floor or on a block, just in the center. Push your left shoulder to the right and stack your right shoulder over the left. Stretch the top arm. Option 1. Option 2, reach for your opposite ankle. And then exhale, see if you can bend that left elbow to come a little lower. Keep the top shoulder open. Belly in. Excellent. Very good, Setsi. Yeah, you can exhale through the mouth at any point. 1 more breath. And then slowly come towards the middle. Take an inhale, coming halfway. And then relax, exhale, right hand in the middle. Left shoulder stacking over the right. Long spine, inhale. Exhale, belly in. And if you want to proceed with the deeper stretch, the right hand catches the left ankle. Take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale, try and bend that right elbow. Bring the body closer to the left arm. Remember to keep opening the top shoulder. That's it. Good. Final breath. Exhale, release. Come to the center. Take a breath in halfway up. And then exhale. Start walking your feet towards the middle. Coming to the yogic squat. If you need your blocks under your heels, use them. Gently, elbows pushing out, knees pushing in. Long spine. Bring the prayer towards the heart and the heart towards the prayer. Chin to the chest, so your neck is long and aligned to the spine. And here let's do 10 pelvic squeezes. Up, 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 up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. And then let's take an inhale. Hold the inhale at the top without exhaling and lift the pelvic floor. Hold for 10, 9, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. And then here, optional practice of the crow. If you want to practice the crow, I'll go through the steps again. If you want, you can continue staying in the squat, or maybe sit here and stretch if you're fed up with strength work. If you want to practice the crow, hands in line with your shoulders, lifting your heels as high as you can, lean forwards and bend the elbows. Here, it always helps if you have your fingers pointing slightly out so your elbows are tracing backwards, not outwards, yeah? Lean, 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 and then maybe lift one and maybe the two. Rounding the lower back, keep looking forwards, not down. If you want from there to go into tripod, like your head can touch the floor, and you can support your knees on your elbows. Woo! And stay here for a little inversion. Wherever you are, I give you 5 deep, long breaths. If you're practicing the crow, maybe try a few times. If you've already had enough of everything, just come to the floor, feet together. Grab your ankles, lengthen the spine, and again, gently press the elbows down on your knees. Good. This has been a session without too many breaks, so let's allow ourselves a few more breaths. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders. Maybe don't try and keep a long spine. Just allow the body to surrender its weight down to the floor. If you prefer to change the legs, you can cross them and simply fall forwards. Here, if you can, touch the floor with your forehead, or maybe use a block to just support the weight of your head on something so that you're fully relaxing, surrendering. Slowly, within the next couple of breaths, let's bring ourselves up. Good. Bring your feet in front of you. Keep them hip distance. Place the hands behind you, maybe a palm or so away from your hips, but keep them under your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, opening your chest, Now here, let's tuck the tailbone and engage the core. So it's a subtle move, but you can still see how my lower back is lengthening. So we don't want a banana back. Yeah, tailbone under, belly in. And inhale, maintaining that engagement of the core. It's like a corset. Tailbone under, belly in. Lift, open the chest, roll the shoulders out, either looking forwards or back. This is going to be our back bend for the day. Taking another breath. And then slowly, here very slowly, you're going to come on your heels, feet off the toes off the floor, and see if you can thread your bottom through your arms and keep it still off the floor. Maybe you need to open your hands a little. Yeah. Final core exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Great job. So coming a little bit more forwards, make sure you've got space because we're going to roll back and down a few times, massaging, releasing, having a bit of fun. And then when you've had enough, bring the knees, come to your back, bringing the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. Give yourself a little hug. Pat yourself on the back. Well done for turning up, doing your practice. And let's, again, place the feet on the floor in line with your hips. So we now want to stretch that belly a little because we've been contracting it quite a bit. Place the hands down on the floor by the side of the body. Again, turn the tailbone down, engage the core, lift the hips and the spine, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, until you're kind of supported on your shoulder blades and your arms and your feet, of course, the back of the neck. Lengthen the front of your legs by bringing your knees forwards. And here, if you want to make it a little deeper, interlace your hands behind your back, roll the shoulders even closer, lift the hips a little higher. We take final 3 breaths. Breathe into the front of the body, feel the extension of our belly. And when you've done your breaths, release the arms slowly, returning the same way. Bringing the back down, vertebra by vertebra. And let's bring the arms to perpendicular to the body. And lift the feet off the floor, knees together. From here, knees over to the right. Turn the head to the left without lifting the left shoulder. Look towards the left hand or simply close the eyes. And breathe. Let's see, 5 deep, long breaths. Here, let's try to lengthen your inhalation. So if we inhale to the count of 3, let's try and exhale to the count of 6. Slowing down the heart rate. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which signals the body to rest and digest. So all the blood leaves the muscles and concentrates around the belly area. Helping you to digest. And slowly on your next inhale, you come back to the middle. And exhale, knees over to the left. Negotiate some space. If you don't have it, turn to look towards the right arm, right shoulder down. Knee should be roughly in line with your belly button. And continue to breathe in. Breathe out twice as long as your inhalation. Okay, final few breaths. And when you feel ready in your own time, come down to Shavasana. Releasing, relaxing the entire body. Let go of the breath. Relax every muscle. And maybe enjoy a bit of classical music for the end of this practice. So if you feel ready to come out, you can do this now. Slowly, mindfully coming back to the body. Or if you'd like to continue with a little longer relaxation, do that too. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Евче, мерси много.